Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't need to tone down the lust, avoiding the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said, think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we're gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think less about the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be our fucking ass. You gotta know just where you're coming from to get where you're going. So get on your search for knowledge, cause that's power and knowing. We need to pick up more books and read them cover to cover, and after you get the information, pass it to your brother. Spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one man can make. It's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta bounce it out. And if we all found that would change the world, no doubt. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world.
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? It's your big homie, Big Bad, man. And this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. Let's get it. I hope everybody's doing all right out there. Hope y'all are having a decent time, decent day. I had to get on here and touch on this topic because I was in the shower. I was just in the shower, getting ready and just get my day started, get my day rolling. And I realized something. Man. People have been painted as the big bad wolf. All right, if you've seen the thumbnail of my video, I put Beauty and the Beast up there, right? You see my thumbnail, I put Beauty and the Beast up there. If anybody understands the analogy or the metaphor for Beauty and the Beast, it's the Beast is the big black dude who tried to fall in love with the sweet, innocent white girl, right? And I'm not against that, whatever. To each his own. But listen what I'm saying. Media has painted us as the beast. And I'm talking about particularly the black race right now. But this isn't racist or biased live. So y'all stick around and tune in so you can get some information. I think it was 1938. Let's see. When did The Birth of a Nation come out?
In the United States of America.
1915. Let me let her say it again. I'm gonna let her say it. When did Birth of a Nation come out?
In the United States of America, The Birth of a Nation was released on February 8th, 1915.
1915. Okay. If you don't know what Birth of a Nation is, you need to go and check it out. This movie was played and released and played. It was a motion picture film, propaganda, big time propaganda film. To make black people look like animals and beasts and shit like that. But what it was about, they played this in the White House too. They actually played this movie in the White House, and this shows you the temperament of our the racism of our nation. But they played this in the White House for the whole presidential camp, for the whole president family. They showed it in the White House. They played it in the movie theater at the White House. This movie was about Ku Klux Klan, KKK members, and it was about basically the rise of the KKK, and it was about black men going around trying to victimize and rape white women. And then what it was a black man, and he wasn't even a black man. It was a white man played, and it was played by a white man in the movie. It was total propaganda. It was total negative propaganda to demonize black men. So what it did in the movie, it had a black dude going around. He was drunk, and he was belligerent, and being a nigga, quote unquote, and he took advantage of a white woman and raped her. Right? I don't even know if he actually raped her on the movie, but I knew he took advantage of her on the movie in some kind of way. And then the Ku Klux Klan members came and got him and took him out and got him and shit. So that was basically what the movie was about. It was just it was a story about racism. And it was to paint the image of black man as the beast in society. And ever since then, that's what we've been. And it's been before that too. I don't even care about racism, because racism is actually very dumb. It's very ignorant, because to totally hate somebody, 100% hate for somebody that you don't even know, is just total ignorance, and it's total hatred. It's just pure evil, because I'm not a white man. So I don't understand everything about white people. So I could never sit around and hate a white man because I don't even totally understand them. Yeah. Yeah. I can't hate a race of people because I don't totally understand them. It's totally ignorant and dumb and total lack of intelligence for somebody to totally hate a race of people because of who they are. That's total ignorance. It's total dumb. You know what I mean? It's just it's the lowest form of intelligence. You know what I mean? Now, let's understand something. They had to paint black man. What's up? They had to paint black man as the image of the monster in society, because in society, you always need a good cop and a bad cop. You always need an aggressor and you need a predator, and you need prey. That's how it goes. If we were all living in peace, if nobody was committing crimes, if nobody was doing anything bad against each other, we would all be in a blissful peace stage. And put it like this: if there was no, like while you in here said, if there was no protagonist and antagonist, there would be no jail system. If there was no protagonist and antagonist, there would be no weapons. If there was no protagonist and antagonist, there would be no FBI, CIA, and it would be no military. It would be none of that. So the whole to make this shit what it is today, there had to be enemies and there had to be heroes. To make it what it is today, there had to be a hero and there had to be a villain, right? if you know how life was from the beginning of time till now, you would understand that this world was run and created and sustained by Africans. This planet was run, created, and sustained by Africans. When Africans ran the world, we don't hear of great wars. We don't hear of any great wars from when the Africans ran the world. We don't hear of any World War I, World War II, World War III. We never had any of that when the Africans ran the world. You know why? Because the Africans are generally a peaceful nation of people. Generally, I said. There was always tribal disputes. There's always disputes. There's always going to be issues. But generally, African people was always able to settle their problems, delegating like politically and shit like that. Where we're at now, the people who run this world that we're living in, the people that run the world now are the dominators of Earth. The people that run the world now are the aggressors of Earth. The people that run the world now are the real villains of the Earth. The people that run the world now, because Africans don't run this world no more. Africans do not run this world no more. So the people who run it now, they acquired the ability to run this world by force. They assumed the position to run this world by dominance, by trickery, by treachery, by bloodshed. The people who run this world now do not run this world in peace. They do not run this world in a positive manner. Because what happens now to the people, y'all better fucking rock with me. Y'all better rock with me. Thank you for everybody who's in here and everybody hit the like button. Thank you. The people who run the world now, if they have a problem with another opposing group or another opposing force, what do? They go drop a bomb on their ass. The people who have been running this world for the last 200 to 300, 400 years, what do they do when they got a problem with you? They will drop a bomb on your ass. If they have an issue with some of your policies, they will starve you out. They will take away resources that you need to survive. They've made it. The people who run this world now made it to where we don't deal with each other and trade with each other for the sake of trading, for the sake of the betterment of humanity. They've issued a currency in. They've issued a fiat dollar currency that has nothing to do with us as a human. The money value system, the monetary system that we're living under now, the fiat currency, that dollar, right? The dollar system, the dollar system that everybody on the planet has tried to duplicate and mimic, right? That has nothing to do with bartering and trading and the betterment of humanity. The dollar was given to us for control and greed. Because let me explain something to you. Money itself is worthless. Money itself is worthless. How could I say such a bold statement as that? Why would I say such a bold statement as money is worthless? You know why? If you got a pocket full of money and you don't have the resources that you can buy with the money, what is the pocket full of money going to do for you? If you have a pocket full of money and you don't invest the money and you don't do nothing with the money devalues almost every day in America. Almost every day in America, the value of the dollar goes down. Almost every day in America, the market value of the dollar goes down. So if you're not, and I'm not talking about invest in their companies. I'm not talking about invest in their fucking shit, because we've become so dumb. We've become so programmed as a nation We've been tricked into inclusion, but not being included. We've been tricked into the false sense of inclusion, but we've never been included. And what do I mean by that? Bede, you got to be one of the smartest motherfuckers on the planet. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Let me see. What's that? Okay. I'm probably one of the smartest men on the planet. Let me explain something to y'all. The stock market, after the LDs, the lockdowns and all that, the stock market was generally getting ready to crash. The value of the market was very, very, very low. The market value was very, very, very low after consumer spending went down, after people couldn't afford to buy leisure items, after people could only afford to buy necessities, food, water, and rent and utilities, right? Shit, during that, even the rent moratorium, people's dumbasses couldn't even afford to pay their rent. They stopped paying their rent. So listen, during that time, during those 2-3 year time period, people are so dumb they don't even realize the government created this thing called penny shares, penny stocks. They created penny stocks for people, and they issued them out on Cash App and different apps, like made it to where you could buy stocks by the penny, by the dollar. They made it to where you don't have to buy a whole share anymore. They made it to where you don't have to buy one whole share. Because back in the days, if a stock was valued at $70 a share, $76 a share, you had to spend the $76 to buy you a stock, to buy one stock in that company, right? Nowadays, they'll let you do it by the penny. You know what that means? These companies are so desperate for your money, for our money, to keep them going. They drop the market value on investment to let everyday poor average citizens start to invest, like the dollar menu. The reason why McDonald's is so profitable is because they have low value, high return customers. Low value, high return customers are the number one thing you need to make your company successful. Only thing bad about that, you're going to have a lot of volume. And a lot of people don't like volume. That's why a lot of rich companies like the Gucci's, the Fendi's, the Pradas, they mark their value of their product up 3,000 times the amount. And so to limit the amount of guests, because they don't want everyday poor dollar menu customers in their company. They want the exclusive elite top 5,000 people who can afford the $3,000 purse. They don't want bums and poor niggas in there who got $1 and $5 to $20 in their pocket. Get your bum ass out of here. This is what's called social classism. It's called division. So let's get back to the racial shit. Let me get back to the racial shit. The criminal shit. All throughout the beginning of time in this fucking country, they had to deem us as lesser than because they were doing us wrong. See, if you knew you were abusing somebody, you have to break them down mentally. You know, exactly. Look, if you want to break somebody down all the way, you have to break them down mentally first. Well, actually physically first, then mentally second. Because physical breaking is the first, but we've been physically broken for decades, centuries, hundreds of years. So that's not even up for debate. The mental breaking is the process, and the process we've been under for the last 200 some years. They have it to where everything that they portray us as in their media is negative. And the reason why, let me explain something to y'all. The reason why Black people are the worst are the worst batch in society right now is because we don't create the things that we don't pioneer. Let me say this. We don't pioneer the things that create our public image. Most black people follow the bag. I'm chasing the bag. I'm chasing the bag. I'm in my bag. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. All this bullshit, this fantasy to feel like a slave master, right? The problem of it is we value things that don't have any value, and then we mimic the things that we see everybody else doing. So we only perpetuate the same cycle of destruction amongst each other. How many dope boys do we need? How many rappers do we need? How many athletes do we need? What else do we want to be in society? I don't even know what else. How many gangbangers do we need? How many gangbangers do the black race need? How many young punks? How many young punks from a suburban nice houses grow up and buy a gun just to shoot somebody that they know or looks just like them? How many young punks, punk-ass young punks, and this is all races, I ain't just talking about black. How many young punks in America have buy a gun, who come up in nice suburban homes, buy a gun just to hurt or shoot somebody or kill somebody that looks just like them? Like I said yesterday, y'all, a gun can't do nothing but kill somebody who's standing in your close proximity. So guns are not how you fight. Gun is the last resort to protect yourself from somebody else with a gun. You can't fight nothing with a damn gun. You can't fight nothing with a gun. Let me explain something to y'all. Y'all are we're so dumb. We're so dumb. People got a bunch of guns, right? No, we need guns. No. We need a gun. Fuck that. That's dumb as hell if you don't have one. Let me explain something to you. It's dumb as hell if you don't have a gun in America, because everybody got guns. It's your legal right to own a gun and operate a gun. Let me explain something to you. The gun is there to protect you from other people with guns. You need a gun. Just like you need a hammer, just like you need a screwdriver, just like you need a car, just like you need a cell phone. You need a hammer. You need a gun. You need a knife. You need a mallet. You need an axe. You need all that shit. You need a chainsaw. Let me say this. Let me explain something to you, Colin. Let me explain something to you. We don't fight fire with fire. I know this. You fight fire with water, right? Yes, that's true. But when your enemy has guns, you need to have some guns to defend yourself from your enemy. Simple and plain. Look, when your enemy has guns, you need to be able to defend yourself from your enemy. You know what I mean? You cannot defend yourself if you don't have what your enemy has. Now, let me explain something to you. I've been established yesterday. We will not ever, okay. In the Constitution, it says, if you believe that your government is tyrannical, you can get up to what, 25,000 men? I don't even think it's 25,000. I think it's less than that. It said if you believe your government is tyrannical, you can get up to a certain amount of people, and make your own government and go get the government out of there. No, let me explain something to you, Colin. Let me explain something to you. I'm a black man in America. I don't give a fuck, and I ain't scared of nothing. I don't give a fuck, and I ain't scared of nothing. But let me explain something to you, sir. When the police pull you over, they can kill your ass. When you're let me explain something to you, bro. Let me explain something to you. That's not fair. It's not fair to think about having an enemy, because in America, the black man does have an enemy. In America, the enemy has always and is the one who's always trying to oppress the black man in America. So I don't believe in racism. I don't believe in idiocracy and being dumb and hate-filled, but I know for a fact that me, as a 6'4", 200-pound black man in America, I have an enemy. And I don't understand if you understand, because you're not from where I'm from, but a police officer can pull me over and blow my brains out, and it ain't shit I could do about it. There is an enemy in America. This place in America has a group of people who come to take. We have an enemy. Just because you might not understand, or just because you might not be in this system that I'm in, this shit is, we're surrounded by this shit. It's never been sweet for a real African American. It's never been sweet. And then I'm from the South. I'm actually born in the Midwest, but I was raised up in the South. So coming in the South, coming from the Midwest, coming to the South, you understand that this shit is a system of degradation, slavery, and it's a system of degradation, slavery, and oppression that's been going on for us for hundreds of years. So this is what y'all cannot fathom. This is why I have to show you Willie Lynch. This is why I have to show you this. This is why I have to show you that, because y'all can't fathom this shit. And it's not to live in fear. Ain't nobody. My big ass, you think I'm scared? Scared of what? I ain't doing nothing. Like I'm telling y'all, don't commit any crimes. Let me say something about the guns, though. Let me say something about the guns, man. We all know guns are to take out each other. They're for us to take each other out. We know that. But I'm going to say something. If you don't have something to protect yourself, when somebody comes your way with one, your ass is grass, man. If somebody kicks in your door right now with 2 shotguns, fear of needing a gun is fear. No, it ain't no damn fear. It's not a fear. Let me explain something to you. Do you watch the news? I know you live in Australia, but do you understand American politics, and do you watch the news in America? Matter of fact, I implore you to watch the news. I implore you to watch American body cam footage. I implore you to watch the news of America. Man, people kicking in people's doors every day with guns, laying people down on the ground, raping their wives, raping their daughters, murdering their kids. This is going on every day in America for money. And the only way you can protect yourself if somebody kicks in your door and with an AK-47 is to shoot their ass. So ain't no fear in my heart. I don't carry my gun around all the time, but I have guns in my house. You know why? Illegal gun too, legal guns. You know why? To protect my home and my children. If somebody comes to my house and tries to harm us, how am I going to protect us? How? You cannot protect your children from people with guns unless you have a gun. That's what I'm saying. That's not fair. It's not fear, bro. Nigga will kick in your house. Listen, let me explain something to you. I done seen it before firsthand. When I was younger, I seen my neighbor go 2 houses down, kick in my other neighbor's house, and burglarize his whole shit while they was at work. Listen to me. And that same neighbor who was burglarizing our neighbor, he was burglarizing somebody else, right? And he got shot in his ass for burglarizing somebody's house. What I'm trying to tell you is America's full of rats and roaches, man. America's full of rats and roaches. America's not what is not sweet where motherfuckers are just respectful of each other. This ain't that. I don't live in a town like that. But guess what? You go to some of them bum ass neighborhoods, them poor ghetto neighborhoods where all those poor people live. They snaking each other. They fucking each other's women. They shooting each other. It's going down, bro. I'm from that shit. I know what that shit is. And I'm going to tell you something. It's not even about living in fear. Because you can say what you want, bro. Imagine if you live in a neighborhood where everybody's strapped the fuck up. Do you know something? In my state, they just made, hold on. In my state, they just made my state, an open carry gun state. You know what that means? That means you could walk around with that thing on you, concealed on you. And it's legal now to do that. It's stipulations to it, but it's an open carry state here where I live now. It's legal open carry. So what does that mean? Everybody's strapped up. Go down to Memphis right now. Memphis, Tennessee. The gun violence in Memphis, Tennessee is out of control. Gun violence in Chicago went down, but gun violence is still out of control in Chicago. New York gun violence went down post the shit, but it's out of control, bro. Yes, it's not what you said, bro. You don't understand because you're not over here, bro. I'm not living like a scared looking. Nah. Some niggas got to be like that, though. Let me explain something to you. There's certain neighborhoods that you can move to where you'll get beat up and robbed and shit because they don't know you. See, I don't know nothing about that. I remember one time, let me tell you something. I remember one time, and the whole point of this live is do not do crimes. That's the whole point of this. But let me explain something to you. I remember one time I moved to this bum ass neighborhood in Charlotte. It was what's that shit called? Tom Hunter. What was that Tom Hunter? No, over there in Hidden Valley. I moved over there in Hidden Valley. I forget what street that was though, but it was over there in Hidden Valley. And Hidden Valley is a bum ass violent neighborhood, right? But I stayed in some apartments off of Hidden Valley. When I moved to Hidden Valley, let me read your comments too, bro. I'm gonna read the comment. I ain't trying to take anyway. I'm not. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. Nah, I hear what you're saying, Colin. I hear what you're saying about the fear thing, but I'm not. It's not even a necessarily fear thing. It's literally you got to have that shit on you. Because if they start pulling that shit out, you need to stop them. That's what it's about, bro. It's not about fear. It's you know. I know, bro. I'm done too. But you got to understand, bro. It's like that in America, bro. You pull up to certain neighborhoods, niggas gonna up that shit up on you, bro. Who that? Who that? Who that? You go to Chicago, they're gonna be like, on that car. You pull up to certain neighborhoods in Chicago, they're gonna be like, on that car. On that car. On that car. On that car means get on that car. They're gonna either start shooting at it or they're gonna make sure you don't do nothing. They're gonna be on it like on that car. And they be on it like, bro. Y'all have to understand this shit was not done to us. They did this to us. We didn't do this. They did this to us. Niggas didn't make these guns. These guns was not made. So let me explain something to y'all, man, about being a crime. I've established that they've painted us as the criminal. Everything that they give us, the black man's the criminal. BMH, BMF, drug kingpin, this and that. All this stuff that they promote of a black man is the criminal. You know, so they've painted us as the criminal. We know this. I walk into a room, the ladies might see that fake ass, I'm scared smile, that you know what I mean, and that's a fear mechanism, that's a defense mechanism. I understand this shit, man. It's just sad that we got to this point, man, that we don't trust and we fear each other when really we need each other. We are here on this planet to live, you know. No, bro, Colin, thank you, man. You're not BS. Leave that shit up, bro. It's not the BS, bro. You ain't saying nothing wrong. You my people. We talking. This ain't no one-sided show, bro. This the real talk, real shit podcast. I hear what you're saying about living in fear. Sometimes it's like that. You gotta, let me explain something to you, bro. Like I said, some of them neighborhoods is so bad, you know. I live to laugh and love. I feel you, bro, but there's some places you can't be like that. Some places you can't be like that, bro. Bro, some places you can't be like that. So God bless where you're at to where you could live your life in peace and bliss. But some places you can't be like that, bro. Some places, man, it's so fucking bad. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you what, when I moved to this neighborhood, right? I moved over to the neighborhood. I ain't had no car, so I was riding the city bus. So one night I was getting off work. Look, I would love to probably come there, bro. For real. I'm telling you, man. Look, so one night I was getting off the bus. I live in a good area now. I moved to another state. But look, so one night I was getting off the bus in Hidden Valley, my little bum ass neighborhood I lived in. And I'm getting off the bus and I see these two dudes. They tap each other like, yo, and they point at me. But they're like, I'm probably like half a block up, but I'm seeing them tap themselves and point like, who that type shit, right? Because these tribal bums from these villages, these aren't neighborhoods, these are villages. These tribal bums from these villages are so tribal that if you're not from that village, they'll kill you or rob you or beat you up just because you're not originally from that village. So listen. That's how tribal and evil these people are. You ain't from my block. Nigga, you ain't from over here. What? So look, bro, tap bro, and said something like, who that type shit. And they started whispering. So I know what whispering means. That's plotting. Started conspiring on a nigga. So what I did, I seen it. So I stormed them. Fast walk. Walk right up to him. I say, what's up, bro? My name Bede. What's up, bro? My name Betty. What's your name, bro? Yeah, I just moved over here with me and my kids and my family, bro. I stay right up here. What y'all talking about, bro? I heard y'all say something about who that? Yeah, I just moved over here, bro. Y'all stay around here? Yeah, bro. We from the valley, bro. From the valley, bro. Ooh. Yeah, I stay in the valley now too, so you gonna see me, bro. Them niggas said, okay then, bro. And that was that. But I'm telling you, if I didn't come at them correctly, that shit would have been sour, bro. If you don't come correctly, shit goes sour, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, this shit in America is wicked. Like, you gotta know how to carry yourself in these villages. You pull up in the wrong village and like, I'm gonna tell you another time. One time I was in America, in Florida, was in Florida going to the beach. Me and my family and my brothers, my brother and in-laws and shit. My family, they're not in-laws, those are my family. Me and my brother and my family, my brother's family, in-laws, extended family. So me and my family was going to the beach together, right? We end up crashing our car at like 95 miles and like 90 miles an hour on the highway. How everybody lived is nothing but God. Because I'm going to tell you, bro, let me tell y'all that story, man. Story time with Big Betty, man, real quick. The time I survived, me and my brothers and my nephews and cousins and all them survived the motherfucking car accident, right? Let me show you how it happened. we we was in this Jeep Grand Cherokee. It was a rental car. We was going to Daytona Beach. We was going to the beach. You know, fam shit. We got robbers, murderers, and thieves too. I feel you're part of my man. Just trying to and look for a resolution somehow. I don't know why this circus we are all seeing. Nah, you can't motherfucking this shit serious, bro. This shit serious, bro. This shit serious, bro. I ain't even gonna cap to you. But yeah, so we had the Jeep, we was in the Jeep Wrangler. It was probably about like bro, Stebo, me, Chum H, Jeremy, and probably Lee and D in the back. I think it was. So we probably like 4, 2, 6. We got down 8 deep in there. We super 8 deep. My boy Lee and D and them in the cargo. They in the cargo in the trunk, sitting in the back, not supposed to even ride like that. All right. This is how good God is. I'm gonna show you how good God is, and how good God is to his disciples. We driving, you know, in Florida it rains like every day. So like every day it rains in Florida, like every day. So we riding. We don't need the gang in blue. We need straps. We need to handle ourselves. Exactly. We need guns, bro. Yeah, they don't understand, bro. This America shit is something different, boy. Yes, you better have you one. Motherfuckers got Glocks with switches on them. Motherfuckers got Glocks with switches on them. Motherfuckers got guns with switches, bro. But let me tell you about my damn and you don't know what a switch is, look up a switch. Glock switch. Oh shit. Let me tell you about so we riding up the highway, right? And every day it rains in Florida. We're going, the highways, the speed limit 75. We're going 85, 90, easy 85, 90. Keep trying to keep up with my brother's ex-wife. Boy, we're trying to keep up with Bridget. She pushing it. Forward, she pushing it. You hear me? Trying to keep up with her ass. Bro driving. I think it was Stebo driving. Trying to keep up. She pushing it. She do this shit. She a professional. It's raining hard as fuck though. I'm talking about super raining, right? And we're playing that Timbaland song comes on. Bum 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 bum. You know, talking about that Guess Who's Back in the Motherfucking House with Timbaland, Magoo, and all them on there, right? So the song playing, the wind's blowing. The wind blew us to the right. That strong wind came from the left, blew us to the right. Bro got down, swerved to the right. Okay, no, the car blew us to the right. He tried to get it back straight to the left, right? That shit blew us again to the right. He got them, hit it again, to the left. But this time, the wind pushed to the left. And we started, I'm talking about the wind was so strong, it pushed the Jeep, top heavy Jeep Grand Cherokee. We pushed it to the left. He swerved it back straight. He pushed us to the left again and he cut it hard. So the wind pushed with it and we started flipping. Boom, 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 to the side. Traffic's this way. We're flipping to the side, right? 3-way lane, 3 ways up, 3-way down. 3-way highway. I think it might be a 4-way highway. It was a big ass highway. I think it was like a 4-way highway. Yeah, 4-lane highway up, 4-way down. We flip at 90-some miles, 80-some to 90 miles an hour. We flip, all of us. We're flipping to the left, right? The shit was so perfect. When it was going on, before we flipped, I seen it coming, right? So what I did, my brother, because like I told you, it was 4 of us in the car. I mean, on one row, 4 of us. So everybody didn't have on seatbelts. My brother H didn't have a seatbelt on, right? What we did, I locked in. I put my shit on, my arm on H. Chum put his arm on me. Like, we locked arms on each other, and then I locked arms on my nephew because my nephew was riding in that car too. He was in the baby seat. He was probably like 2, 1, 3. He was young, like young. I don't remember exactly how young, but he was young, baby boy young, car seat young. So I put my arm over my nephew, and we began to flipping, right? The song, now mind you, bro didn't have no seatbelt on. Bro and the two boys in the back didn't have no they didn't have no seatbelts either, because they weren't even in cars. They weren't even in the seat. They were just in the trunk space, right? So we start flipping. The song said bum, 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 bum. We were flipping to the beat, and it was going in slow motion. Everything was moving in slow motion. I actually used all my powers to lock, and we just were flipping. And we landed upside down, right? And when we landed upside down, we were hanging upside down for about 30 seconds, and we were all like locked. We were locked in, like our powers were holding us together, right? Look, so we're upside down, right? And when we looked at each other, I looked at my nephew, made sure he was good. I had my arm over him. He was good. I looked at my brother, had my arm locked with him, and he was hanging upside down, right? But when we looked at each other, he, boom, fell to the roof. So he was hanging upside down by our power. Our powers and God, I will never take it away from God. Our powers combined, and God was holding bro up in the air. He was in the air for like, what, 30 seconds or more? We was just looking at each other. Then long story short, he damn fell, right? My little Lee and D and them was in the back. They was in the back on the ice and shit. He got on them. So all the drinks and shit in the cooler got on them. So they was all, discombobulated and scared and stuff, right? So I popped my seatbelt, fell to the thing. That's how I knew with bro how he was holding up in the air with some magnificent power, because when I unleashed my seatbelt, I boom fell to the ceiling. And right at that moment, the car had lit on fire. So everybody was like, hey, get your stuff. We started grabbing our bags and grabbing our shit. We grabbed our bags. I lost a shoe. I lost some shit in that fire, but that car fire. But yeah, I grabbed my money, grabbed my book bag, and that was it. And we was up out of there. We the car burnt down, and the fire people came, put it out, and all that shit, and how that stuff goes. So yeah, that was like we made it through that shit, man. We made it through that shit. What's good, SS? We made it through that shit, man. Let's get back to the topic though with the crime. Let me explain something to y'all about crime, because I have to let this shit be known, right? If we don't commit the crimes, if we stop selling the drugs and doing all the bullshit, right? Pimping and prostituting and murdering and all that bullshit, we stop doing all that, we can change the trajectory and make demands for our betterment. See, the reason why we can't make demands for our betterment right now is because we're all doing, a lot of us in America are doing a bunch of foul stuff to each other. So we can't even make better demands. Like, we can't say, I want this, I want that, because we're all doing foul to each other. You know what I mean? So if we stop committing the crimes, if we all lived decently, nobody has to be perfect, but if we all stop committing crimes and sinning and shit and started living decently, we could have demands for our betterment. We can make demands, And let me explain something to you. It's not that people want free handouts, especially black people. Let me explain something to you about black people. We don't want handouts. I don't want a handout. But if you understood the wealth that was generated by this nation, the people who are rich and in power got that way off of the slaves' free labor. They had about 400 years of free labor, or 300 some, a long time. They had hundreds of years of free labor, free money, free labor. They owe us. It's not something that we want to hand out. It's something that you owe us. You've had free labor from our ancestors for hundreds of years and did them dirty and wrong. You owe us. You owe us. We're owed that. And the only way we can demand that, what we're owed, is if we stop being heathens and criminals and stop being savages and stop listening to hip hop and bullshit and this and that and start thinking and being more philosophers and being more thinkers and educators and educated, you know. I'm about to get off here now and do my I bought some new study books for my babies for learning. We're doing I bought them some new books. So we're going to be doing some new studies today. So I don't just talk this shit, I live it, you know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all that matters is land and seeds. That's all that matters. I'm going to say that that's all that matters. And trying to live as original as possible, you know. I just pray everybody understands. That's why I try my best to break this shit down so people can understand what's really happening. Because at this point, man, a lot of people need to figure it out, man. You know, without it, that's part of the wolves. Nah, that's for real. Let me say something to you. You can't always stay in somebody's house and rent. You can't, even if you bought a home, right? Even if you bought a home, if you don't own the land, how many people lose their homes? Millions of people lose their homes. How many people houses get foreclosed and sold and all this stupid shit? Because they don't even, you know, it's not feasible to have something that costs 30 years to pay off. It's not even feasible. It's not feasible, you know, but that's how it's always run here. And that's how they keep you in bondage to, you know, in general, because shit, if you got to spend 30 years to own something, ain't no telling what could happen to you in 30 years. You can, you know, anything could happen in 30 years, you know, or you could pay it off and be straight. But then what? Then what? You might move on and want to move somewhere else and do this and that. So the land, the key point, prime land is the most important thing. And I'm gonna do some studying on some shit today, man. I ain't gonna cap. I'm about to do some studying, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay down, man. Stay righteous. Stay in the loop. Stay informed, man. Stay tuned in, man, because I got more good information coming, man. Positivity is on the way. Is the only way. I'll say this though, Colin, man. That's the truth. If you're able to be positive, and I'm positive, but I'm talking about that blissful shit, man. That blissful shit is why people keep getting their fucking nation stolen from them. That peaceful, loving, blissful shit is why everybody's nation got stolen from them. I don't really like that shit, man. I don't want to hear that shit, because I'm gonna tell you something. That peaceful, loving, everybody's okay bullshit is why nobody has land, nobody has nations anymore. How many nations got erased because they were all welcome? You know? Do you hear what I'm saying, bro? How many nations of good men and women have died because they were welcome to the fucking enemy? We got to stop doing that shit, bro. Discernment, wisdom, and focus is the only way to protect your people. And if you don't want to protect your people, then I don't fuck all that all that bliss shit, bro. I'm not retarded. I feel like the only people who live positive and bliss are mentally handicapped people, because a mentally handicapped person is the only people who don't have worries and bothers and shit. I'm so focusing on my children's future and shit. I can't just sit here and just be I ain't no way, bro. I can't live like that. You have no idea. I don't know. No, I know you gonna hold your shit down, bro. You got 5 of them, bro. I know you ain't no bitch, bro. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about that people just say all that positive shit all the time, bro. I'm gonna say something, bro. Got me all. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just speaking, bro. And this might not be words for just you. I'm not speaking. Let me explain something to you, bro. The reason why our people have no more nations is because we're too sweet. You know, you like Joe Biden said, you need F-16s to fight, bro. You need F-16 bombers and goddamn drones and shit to fight this war, bro. So I don't know, man. I'm not in the battle trying to fight nobody. I'm really just bringing water to the solution. But at the same time, man, we got to be smart and in reality about all this shit. America is not as sweet as people think it is, you know. No, I know, bro. I know what you're saying, Colin. You know I fuck with you, bro. You know I love you, bro. It ain't no funny shit. I'm just saying, like, this shit ain't America, boy. You got to stay out the way if you want to live in America, man. But y'all, stay down, stay up, stay true, man. Holla at y'all later, man.